Good morning. Yeah, um, I am a bit late getting up today. I haven't done pills yet. I've just come outside for coffee and a cigarette. I don't know if you can hear that in the background, but it sounds like the neighbour's got a piano. But it's okay because I think they can actually play a bit, uh, which is nice. Anyway, yeah, so I did that PIP video the other day, and no one ever really watches my channel, which is fine. I don't really want anyone to. It's more for me, like a video diary thing. And you know, I think I'm starting to sort of see where the government's coming from with all of these, the Universal Credit Review and the PIP review, and I get it, and I was all behind Doge and stuff, so I've got to be supportive of cutting costs, and I get it, right? As long as there's still services and help available for people, right? Like, I've always said that I'd be okay with vouchers for care companies and stuff, because when I did get the PIP, that's what I did with it. I got care. I mean, obviously, some of it, like pre-cut vegetables, more fresh vegetables, trying to improve my diet, and taxis for getting around, and then visual aids, right? Visual aids, they're actually really expensive, when you start looking at scooters and mobility vehicles, which I don't even know if I'd be suitable for, because the vision, I just don't know how safe that would be for other people, dogs, children, I don't know. Anyway, so I think having that PIP for a couple of years, it did give me a massive, I got the help, I got help, put it that way, I got help. It wasn't necessarily all the help that I need. Right, so this is what I was going to talk about, was because when you get ill and stuff, and when you find yourself in these kinds of situations, and unless you're going to support groups and talking to other people, so that's why it's really good. I think it's really good to access services that are available, support groups, and obviously a lot of that is going to be charity based these days, but then there's always citizens advice. Here in Chester, there's this specific, it's called Dial House. I've been pointed to it many, many times, but the thing is, I got complacent, and I think I'll never get complacent. I mean, but then it's always about, my to-do list is ridiculous, because I'm also sort of looking after my mum and my brother and myself, and it's just, do you know what I mean? A good day for me is getting out of bed, doing my pills, wait a couple of hours till the pills kick in, and then do something. Right, I've put laundry on this morning, because my landlord said, I'm all over the place now. So I tapped into social care again. I know that I would fail the financial assessment with social care, but they're coming out to do a care assessment, and they're also, I've spoken to them about my situation, and they're going to give me some advice on finding more appropriate care. So I need a PA type care. Which the normal care companies can't. I mean, they can pretend that they can provide that, but they don't. And that's okay, right? And the other thing is, I really need to start going to some of my, like, occupational therapists, like physiotherapy, occupational therapy, and getting. But I stopped everything when COVID happened. I stopped going out for. I still made the eye clinic a few times, but then I even stopped going to the eye clinic. And but like, they're just monitoring. Do you know what I mean? There's no treatment. That's all I've heard for. Like, if I had say I was diagnosed in 2000. Well, I was diagnosed in 2008, and here we are, 2025. There's nothing that remyelinates. There's nothing that fixes it. And like the neurologist explained, even the disease-modifying drugs won't stop damage in existing areas. So it's just monitoring. So have I done anything with it? I should have pursued it further, because I probably qualify for a certificate of visual impairment. And then obviously with a document like that, which is, then that would open up other. And a lot of my issues, they are mainly around the vision. I've also got like the vestibular stuff, which obviously impacts like my mobility, and I really don't like moving around. I don't like being upright, and like the hearing loss, I don't really care so much. Like, I'm pretty much deaf in one ear, but who cares? And then what's the tremors? Yeah, the tremors. But so, and more recently, my blood pressure. Thank God I started seeing the doctor about my blood pressure before all of this happened, because like I was hitting like stroke level kind of blood pressure. Anyway, so yeah, I've been a bit complacent. And when I went through the medical records the other day, and I looked at, when I first came back from Cyprus, and I had to go to and my neurologist was actually really good, and he, pointed me to, he got me the referral for neurophysiotherapy and vestibular rehab, and then she got me the audiology and the vestibular assessment stuff, and then I just let it all, life happens. And like I said, I got pretty complacent, and other stuff took priority. But I think it is, it's like on planes and stuff, isn't it? It's like you got to put your own oxygen mask on first. You gotta take care of yourself first, otherwise. So I don't know, my overall advice, what have I learned? It needs constant review, like back in the day when I used to work and everything, you'd have a review, performance reviews, and you'd have a chat with someone about how it's going, and you got to stay on top of it, and don't let things slide. You got to take care of yourself, really. Got to put your own oxygen mask on first. And remember, like, we don't know. I mean, we want to be independent. You want to, function. Feel like you can still believe, and there's nothing wrong with that. But sometimes, you don't know what you don't know. So there might be more. Just keep. Like I said, I got complacent. I was like, oh, this is good enough. But it wasn't. As my current situation has massively demonstrated to me. So I'm learning a lot. So as much as this review is like a real pain in the and it's incredibly stressful and stuff. I'm learning. I kind of get where they're coming from. And I think it's, shift what they can away from government funded. And I mean, after COVID, there was a lot of the charity stuff that had been available before that had all shut down, I think a lot of it started to open up again now. But then the other thing is, post-COVID, there's more demand for these things because there's a lot of people with long COVID and maybe they've got injury or something from, I don't know. But anyway, we're always learning, keep learning, and tap into whatever reason. I think groups are very good. There's nobody better to learn from than somebody who's been through it, someone who's lived it, someone who, and you don't have to follow up on everything that everybody tells you, but yeah, I mean, I was given good advice and I didn't follow through. I was lazy, I was complacent, I accept that. I had other priorities. Maybe they were the right priorities, maybe, I don't know. Those choices were made. I was always of the opinion, as long as I was, I've got to get this,